Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Don't know if the wind will get in the mic. I'll try and cover it up a little bit. I will buy a mic in the near future, an anti-wind mic. Till then, I'll just try and cover the mic up a little bit. I'm in the beautiful city of Carlisle, in north of Cumbria. The city of Cumbria, only city really, biggest city in Cumbria. It's the only city. Nice graffiti, well, art. This is Carlisle Castle, as seen. And if you think you can do tours of it, well, there's not much of it, to be honest. It's not massive. What's left of it sort of starts here where the car park is. It comes right over a few shops, various things. Tully House, that's called over there. BBC Radio Cumbria as well, in the distance. So yeah, this is the castle. I feel kind of bad walking on the grass, to be honest, because nobody does, but I am, fuck 'em. So yeah, this is it. Carlisle Castle. I feel bad to walk on the grass, to be honest, but I am. So yeah, Carlisle Castle. Carlisle's the last county before Scotland. Cumbria, sorry. And there was often wars. We've been Scottish, we've been English. This territory was often fought over by the Scotch and the English. Not quite sure what this is. Oh, it's lights. Lights to light up the castle of a night time. So many a war fought in the old days between the Scotch and the English, and this territory bounced back and forth, I believe, between the Scotch and the English. So maybe we ever get the weird accent from. Well, people say they like my accent, but each to their own. So yeah, just Carlisle Castle. Here's a sign. Opening times. I think it's open. I didn't even look at the open. I don't think it's not open this time of year. Must be a summer attraction. A great British flag. Some flag I'm aware of. I'll have a look in the door. There's people in. So the outer castle. Yeah, so you can come here. I don't know if you're allowed in or not, to be honest. Some sort of gate. Ticket office. How much is it to get in? £13. The old gates. Does this still work? Have we got a pamphlet?
One of those. It's all about membership, sir.
Alright, spot on.
So that'll get you into over 400 sites all the way across England.
Alright, spot on,
No
bud.
worries at all.
It's going on YouTube. So there you go, £13 to get in. Not sure quite what's in. He's given us this this brochure. Feel inspired, like an explorer. Come to life, feel the past come to life. So yeah, there's quite a lot of sites over Cumbria, like National Trust, and we've got all the lakes. I was going to go and do something around one of the lakes today, but I had to come here. I'll just have to dub over this bit, ladies and gentlemen, due to the wind in the mic, and it was very loud, and you couldn't even hear what I was saying, to be honest. So I'll just dub over this bit. Yeah, so Carlisle Castle for 500 years until the English and the Scottish crowns were united in 1603. For 500 years, it was the major site of most battles, to be honest, between the Scottish and the English on the borders. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, the passed between Scotland being Scottish and English over the years between the fighting. It was a mighty stronghold in the conflict between the two countries, and yeah, it was an unruly frontier, and more sieges. It had more sieges than any other castle in England, due to the Scottish and the Scottish coming down here trying to rape and pillage, possibly. But yeah, so it's seen the most battles over the course of the English and the Scottish wars, so to speak, back in time before, as I say, 1603, that they were united. And it was the site originally in, I think, 72 AD. It was originally a Roman fort, a Roman castle. Was originally built, and of course there is Hadrian's Wall, which is also near Carlisle and in Cumbria. I'll get on to Hadrian's Wall in a moment, as a lot of people might know what Hadrian's Wall is, but I'll do a little bit on Hadrian's Wall now and show you what that is for people who don't know. So yeah, Hadrian's Wall was is pictured here, and pictures flipping through the here flipping through the flipper, so to speak. Yeah, there's not much left of it now, to be honest. It was a lot higher, and it was designed to keep the Scottish out of England, and it was built by the Romans many moons ago. And yeah, that's what it was for. It was to keep the Scottish out of England, because I think that the Romans couldn't be arsed with them, to be honest. I think that they were probably hardened fighters from the Highlands that were a bit of a battle and a bit of a struggle to keep defending your lands against. And I think the end result was these people are killing a lot of our men and coming over here and doing whatever. And basically, yeah, it's a lot easier to just build a wall to try and keep them out rather than have to fight them all the time. So a wall was built, and this is what remains of the wall. Maybe I'll look at the date it was built in a moment. So yeah, it was designed to keep the Scottish out of England when, I believe, when the Romans were in charge here. I mentioned Carlisle Castle there. It was 72 AD was a Roman fort. So it says here it was built by the Roman army on the orders of the Emperor Hadrian. Hence why it's called Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian. Following his visit to Britain in AD 122. So basically, the fort was there from 72 AD, but 50 years later, after 50 years of fighting off the Scotch and losing many men and having a hard time of it, they decided when he come over here that the best possible option was to just build a wall. So at 73 miles, 80 Roman miles long, 73 miles long, it crossed northern Britain from Wallsend on the River Tyne to the east to Bowness on Solway in the west. Yeah, so it's a wall that stretches 70, and indeed it's still what remains of it, as we've seen there. The bottom section, it stretches 73 miles. Was designed to keep the Scottish out of England, as I've said. I'll go down, there'll be a Wikipedia page, I'd imagine. We'll have a see what that wants to tell us about Hadrian's Wall. If anything interesting, just the same crack, 122 ID. Dimensions, route, purpose. Hadrian's Wall was probably planned before Hadrian's visit to Britain in 122, according to restored sandstone fragments found in Jarrow, which date from 118. So the order was maybe sent over before he got here, and he came over to check what was going on, maybe, and get the wall built. So yeah, Hadrian says in the World Throne in 117 AD there was unrest and rebellion in Roman Britain and from the peoples of various conquered lands across the empire, including Egypt, Judea, Libya, and I can't say that word. These troubles may have influenced the plan to construct a wall. So yeah, that's Hadrian's Wall. It was built to keep the Scotch out. We joke still to the day, just joking around, saying they should have built it higher, or it's just English jokes. You know what I mean? Us in Cumbria get on quite well with the Scotch, to be honest. There's no beef with the Scotch in Cumbria. And another little fact just about Hadrian's Wall, or not so much about the wall. The sycamore gap tree was actually next to Hadrian's Wall, and it featured in the film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, with Kevin Costner, and I believe the black actor who plays I forgot his name now. It's quite old. He's old now. I can't remember his name. I want to say Samuel L. Jackson now for some reason. It's not. It's God. It'll do me in. I'll think of it later. But anyhow, yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the maybe 90s film with Kevin Costner. Not a bad film, to be honest, but it's a sort of Americanized version of Robin Hood. But one of the better versions and one of the bigger, more known, popular versions. And there is a scene in the film at the Sycamore Gap Tree, and the Sycamore Gap Tree was iconic due to its location, as you see here, between the gap of two sort of mounds and hills. And it was cut down by some vandals. Maybe last year. It has actually been the tree is still growing from the stump. Wait, I think I can maybe find a video on how I've seen a video on how it's sort of coming along now, and you will get to see the area slightly better. So I'll find that in a moment. I'll just see if I can find the here we are, two men charged. So yeah, 2 men charged, 2-1 massive face cork damage allegedly fell in 150-year-old. So it's a 150-year-old tree. These two youngish looking lads here they turned up with masks on. Not surprising, to be honest, because it's a very famous tree here in England. And had these people be known, even people like me who not into nature as much such, and you know what I mean, the climate or anything like that, but I would still frown upon people cutting down 150-year-old iconic trees in iconic places for no reason at all, to be honest. And the damaged Hadrian's Wall when the tree fell. So that's what they got prosecuted as well, but they threw an extra charge at them for actually damaging the wall as well. So last year exceeded. So the toppled Hadrian's Wall in Northern England exceeded £620,000 in damage. Was estimated in the damage to the Hadrian's Wall and the tree. Yeah, so these people, I'm not sure quite what they got, or if the trial's still ongoing, to be honest. Inside court, I'm not sure what happened to them. Damage to the wall assessed at more than, no, it's damage to the wall was assessed at more than £1,100. Both men were released on bail June the 12th. So I'm not sure what's gone on there in the aftermath. I remember them going to court and getting caught for it, but I can't remember what the people got in the end. But yeah, these two cut the tree down for no particular reason that we know of. So yeah, that was Carlisle Castle, Hadrian's Wall, and the Sycamore Gap tree, all connected together there. And yeah, that was that. Peace.